Okay, so we have Taya playing Elizabeth, and Dodge is Proctor, and
Good.
Never mind.
Shaylee is
I'm so sore.
Elizabeth.
Mary Warren.
Whoa, what happened to the water? It got poisoned.
Okay.
No, because people didn't keep their fingers off of it. There you go.
It dried out.
Dingbat.
Where are we at?
Proctor, laughing bitterly.
Where?
Page 70.
Top of page 61.
61. Here we go. Is it always mine?
That's safe.
Jesus.
Okay, get back so you're looking at the camera. 61,
Ooh.
top of the page.
I'm in the middle of these things.
Excuse me, we're still fighting.
Down.
Go ahead.
Oh, Elizabeth, your justice would freeze beer.
Okay, because remember they were having an argument about
I just had to find it because there's a lot.
how she hasn't been able to.
Appreciate what everything, or give them a break or something.
Yeah, she hasn't been able. She won't give him a break. She can't get over what happened. Lexi Freeman.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay, and at that moment, there's a sound outside, and Mary Warren comes in the door, and he goes to her and grabs her by the cloak,
What's that?
like it's like a shawl, you know, like a coat.
Wait, I grab her?
No, he grabs you.
Proctor grabs you, like grabs her by the collar and shouts in her face and says,
Say don't.
How do you?
Yeah. How do you go to Salem when I forbid it? Do you mock me?
and he shakes her.
I'll whip you if you dare leave this house again.
And she doesn't resist him, but just like hangs limply in his arms because she's like exhausted. And she says,
I am sick, Mr. Proctor. Pray, pray, hurt me not.
and he's confused because she's acting so weird and she's pale and she looks sickly.
My insides are all shuddery. I am in the proceedings all day, sir.
And now his anger is being replaced with curiosity.
And what of these proceedings here? When will you proceed to keep this house? As you are paid £9 a year to do, and my wife not Wally? No,
Holy well. So Mrs. Proctor she's kind of like a sickly lady. So she's been sick, and Mary Warren is supposed to be
Wait, am I kind of a sickly lady then? Because I get sick a lot.
kind of.
So I'd be considered a sickly lady. That sounds sketchy.
So anyway, he is frustrated because Mary Warren is supposed to be at home.
Working.
Oh my gosh.
For £9 a year.
Yes.
I made a gift for you today, Goody Proctor. I had to sit long hours in a chair and pass the time with sewing.
Why, thank you. It's a fair compliment.
Okay, a poppet is like a little like rag doll kind of thing, and
Wait.
so Mary Warren made that in court and brought it home and gave it to
It's
Elizabeth.
It's cursed.
Okay.
Let's all love each other now, Goody Proctor.
Okay, indeed, we must.
And the Proctors are both kind of really confused by the way she's acting.
I'll get up early in the morning and clean the house. I must sleep now.
She starts to leave.
There, is it true?
Nope, start at the beginning.
Mary,
And she stops and turns around.
is it true there be 14 women arrested?
No, sir. There'll be 39 now.
And she can't speak anymore, and she's like, she starts crying.
Why she's weeping? What ails you, child?
Goody Osborne will hang.
And nobody can believe this news. Proctor?
He calls into her. Oh, no.
Hey,
I
hang
hate-
your head.
Hang you say. the governor will permit it?
He sentenced her, he must, but not Sarah Good, for Sarah Good confessed. You see?
Confessed? To what?
That she sometimes made a compact with Lucifer and wrote her name in his black book with her blood and bound herself to torment Christians till God thrown down. And we all must worship hell forevermore.
But surely you know that a jabberer she is. Did you tell them that?
Mr. Proctor, in open court she near to choke us all to death.
How choked you?
She sent her spirit out.
Oh, Mary, surely you.
She tried to kill me many times, Goody Proctor.
Why, I never heard you mention that before.
I never knew it before. I never knew anything before. When she come into the court, I say to myself, I must not accuse this woman, for she sleep in ditches and so very, very old and poor. But then she sits. But then she sit there, denying and denying, and I feel a mist coldness climbing up my back, and the skin on my skull begin to creep, and I feel a clamp around my neck, and I cannot breathe air. And then I hear a voice screaming, voice, and it were my voice, and all at once I remember everything she done to me.
Why? What did she do to you?
So many times, Mr. Proctor, she come to this very door begging bread and a cup of cider. And mark this, whenever I turn away her empty, she
Mumble.
mumbled. Do I say that?
It's italicized.
Yeah.
But it's like she mumbled. Like
She
it's enunciating that.
Mumble. She may mumble if she's hungry.
But what does she mumble? You must remember, Goody Proctor, last month, a Monday, I think, she walked away and I thought my guts would burst for 2 days after. Do you remember it?
Why, I do. I think that.
And so I told that to Judge
Hawthorne.
Hawthorne, and he asked her, Sarah Good, he says, what curse do you mumble that this girl must fall sick after turning you away? Then she replies, why, you're excellent, no curse at all. I only say my commandments. I hope I may say my commandments, says she.
And that's an upright answer.
Hey, but then Judge Hawthorne says, recite for us our commandments. And all the 10, she could not say a single one. She never knew no commandments, and they had her in her flat lie.
Okay, so what do we know about Goody Osborne, just in general, before the witchcraft accusation? She's poor. She
Lives in a ditch.
lives in ditches, so she is
Homeless.
homeless, and she comes begging to these farmers' doorsteps for food. And last month, Mary Warren answered the door, and did she give her anything?
Yeah.
No, she didn't, because the Proctors aren't like wealthy people. So, when Goody Osborne turned away, she was mumbling something, and the judge asked her, what were you mumbling? And she said, my commandments. And then the judge said, okay, then recite your commandments. And
She didn't know him.
she didn't know a single one, which was proved to the judge that under her breath she must have been
Saying a curse.
cursing Mary Warren.
Okay.
You curse.
And now Goody Osborne is going to
Dang.
hang. Okay? Proctor?
And so she condemned
Oh, and so condemned her?
Why they must when she commend herself.
But the proof.
I told you the proof. It's hard proof, as a rock, the judge said.
And is it real proof?
Not really.
I mean, in a regular court, is this like legitimate evidence?
No.
No, it's not. Okay? Proctor pauses and says,
You will not go to court again, Mary Warren.
I must tell you, sir, I will be gone every day now. I am amazed you do not see what weighty work we do.
what work you do. It's strange work for a Christian girl to hang old women.
But Goody Proctor, they will not hang them if they confess. Sarah Good will only sit in jail sometime. And here's a wonder for you. Think on this. Goody Good is pregnant.
Pregnant? Are you mad? The woman's near to 60. Is that possible?
Well, yeah.
What?
Just wait and see what happens here.
They had Dr. Griggs examine her, and she's full to the brim, and smoking a pipe all these years, and no husband either. But she's safe, thank God. For they'll not hurt an innocent child, but be that not a marvel. You must see it, sir. It's God's work we do. So we'll be gone every day for some time. I am an official of the court, they say, and
I'll official you.
And he goes over to the mantle and grabs the whip.
Oh, jeez.
It says, "I'll official you." You know, like I can just hear my dad say something like this. Because is it Mary Warren's place to talk back to John Proctor like this?
No.
Absolutely not. But she's feeling,
Like she needs to do it.
yeah, she's feeling empowered by the authority that the court has given her. So she's acting like this at home now. And John Proctor is
Not happy about it.
not having it. Okay?
I will not stand whipping anymore.
Mary, promise now you'll stay at home.
The devil's loose in Salem. Mr. Proctor, we must discover where he's hiding.
I'll whip the devil out of you.
I saved her life today.
And she points at Goody Proctor, and this causes everybody to freeze. Okay?
I am accused.
Somewhat mentioned, but I said I never see no sign you ever sent your spirit out to hurt no one. And seeing I do live so closely with you, they dismissed it.
Who accused me?
I am bound by the law. I cannot tell it.
We all know.
I only hope you'll not be so sarcastic.
Yeah, that's not really a word, but she.
Sarcastical. No more. 4 judges and the king deputy sat to dinner with us but an hour ago. I would have you speak civilly to me from this out.
Okay? So, Abby has been accused, or, Goody Proctor has been accused, we assume, by Abigail. And right after court was over, all the girls got to do what?
Go eat something.
With?
The judges and king.
Yeah, they went and ate dinner with all, like, the most important people in town.
Huge.
Okay?
In honor.
Go to bed.
I will not be ordered to bed no more. Mr. Proctor, I am 18 and a woman, however single.
Oh.
Do you wish to sit up? Then sit up.
I wish to go to bed.
So he
Good
just,
night, Ben.
She just said, that's like something I do.
she just wants him to know that she's gonna do what
She wants.
she wants. He's not gonna tell her what
I
to
wish
do
to go to
anymore.
bed.
Go to bed, Ben.
And Proctor's like,
Tell me what to do. Then sit up if you want to sit up then.
yes.
What would you like to do?
I wish to go to bed.
Okay.
Good night, Ben.
Good night.
Okay, leave.
This side is okay. Now can I sit down?
Oh, the noose. The noose is up.
Don't be no news.
They'll wait for a minute. She wants me dead. I knew all week it would come to this.
They dismissed it, you heard her say.
And what if tomorrow she will cry me out until they take me?
Sit you down.
She wants me dead, John. You know it.
I say sit down.
And she sits trembling, and he speaks quietly, trying to like keep his composure here.
Now, we must be wise, Elizabeth.
Oh, indeed, indeed.
Fear nothing. I'll find Ezekiel Cheever. I'll tell him she said we're all scorned.
John, with so many in jail, more than Cheevers, that I said.
Uh-huh.
Help is needed now, I think. Would you favor me with this? Go to Abigail.
Oh. Wasn't she mad at him for going to see her?
Because she probably knows Abigail did this.
But it wasn't Abigail. John Proctor came on her.
No, but Abigail is the one making me go to jail.
The accusations.
So, like,
And he's gonna try to
there and
talk
get
out.
something out of her.
You better do anything.
Right.
Okay.
Go over there and see if you can
Get anything
Convince
out.
her
talk her
out.
out of this. Is basically
So
what she's asking. So how much effort did it take for her to say that?
A lot.
A lot. Because she doesn't trust
Yeah.
Abigail, and clearly she doesn't trust
Him.
John with Abigail. But she sees it as the only way to,
Her surviving.
save herself. Okay?
Yep.
And he knows what she's asking.
What have I to say to Abigail?
John, grant me this. You have a faulty understanding of young girls. There is a promise made in any bed.
What promise?
What promise?
What?
Keep going.
That's you.
I
No.
already just said that.
Hey, it's you.
Oh, I didn't. Spoke or silent, a promise is surely made. Oh, and she may
Dote.
dote on it now. I am sure she does. And aims to kill me, then take my.
And he can't speak. So what
Oh
she needs
my
is,
God.
what she needs is, once, and you know, you see this in movies all the time, right? The
Go
clinger.
to her.
Abigail is a clinger. So her and John slept together, and she,
Oh yeah. I
and
played
for
that one.
him it was,
Once in a lifetime.
you know, a little fling. It happened. He's
Yeah, but
over
then
it.
he kept going over to her window to see her. So apparently he didn't want to.
And
just
she
be
would
alone.
dance naked in her room.
Yeah.
Only a few times. And it's not like he tried to climb up the window. He just stood there.
And watched her dance naked.
No, she was waiting for him.
She would like wait like.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so anyway, what Elizabeth means here is she knows this about women, that clearly Abigail is still hung up on him. And since they have this bond, since they slept together, she feels that Abigail will
Oh, say something.
listen to him. Okay?
Okay.
Continue.
It is her dearest hope, John. I know it. There be 1,000 names. Why does she call mine? There be a certain danger in calling such a name. I am no goody good that sleeps in ditches, nor Osborne, drunk and half-witted. She dare not call out such a farmer's wife, but there be a monstrous profit in it. She thinks to take my place, John.
So these two people a lot of the people that have been condemned are kind of like the lower end of society, right?
Farmer's wife.
But now we're getting into like respectable people by calling out John Proctor. Like, if she's gonna call out Goody Proctor, nobody is safe. Okay?
She cannot think it.
But he knows it's true.
Yeah.
John, have you ever shown her somewhat of contempt? She cannot pass you in the church, but you will blush.
I may
Ooh.
blush for my sin. What that means.
Ouch.
It means you're ashamed, and seeing her makes you remember that shame. But she thinks when you blush, it's because
You still like.
you want her still.
Oh.
And so what does contempt mean? She says, have you ever shown her contempt? Contempt is another word for,
Lust.
no,
Love.
opposite,
Hate.
hate. So she asks him, have you ever showed her that you don't like her? Like, does she know that this thing is over? And the answer is, what did he tell her at Paris's house at the
That they
very
were
beginning of
done.
the play? That it was over. So does she know? I mean, how much
Is she gonna let
clearer?
go? Probably not.
How much clearer can you make
Okay,
it
yeah,
when you
but that's
say,
weird.
"I will
because there's a lot
never
of girls like that.
come to you
Guys sit
again"?
down and then they just keep.
Okay, go ahead.
You know.
Okay, I think she sees another meaning in that blush.
And what see you? What see you, Elizabeth?
I think you be somewhat ashamed, for I am there and she is close. So close.
When will you know me, woman? Where stone I would have cracked for shame this 7th month.
Then go and tell her she's a whore.